From the outside, Emily and I appeared to be the perfect couple, successful, married, social. But behind the smiles in those pictures and the clinking of champagne glasses was a truth only I carried in silence. At every dinner, party, or office event, she found subtle ways to belittle me, sometimes with her words, sometimes with her behavior. She'd laugh out loud when I spoke, correct me in front of others, and whenever someone complimented me, she'd grin and say, "You don't really know him. He's not that impressive." Everyone would laugh, and I'd force a smile to hide how deeply it cut. But that wasn't the worst of it. Emily loved attention, especially from other men. She'd stand too close, rest a hand on their arm, giggle at their jokes, and then glance at me to make sure I noticed. I never made a scene. I stayed calm, composed, silent. People thought I was weak, too patient, too forgiving. But I wasn't weak. I was waiting for the moment she pushed me just far enough to do what she never saw coming. That moment arrived at a close friend's birthday party. She wore a red dress, a drink in hand, surrounded by a group of men. I heard her laugh and say, "Honestly, I don't even know why he's here. He doesn't really fit in with successful people." The laughter that followed didn't hurt me. It hollowed me out. I didn't break. I just went quiet inside. I smiled politely, looked at her once, and walked away. No anger, no tears, just silence. That night, I didn't confront her. I didn't demand answers or shout. I simply stopped trying. I poured my energy into my work, my health, and my peace. I started going to bed early, waking early, stopped chasing her replies, stopped asking for respect. She thought I was sulking, that I'd go back to normal soon. She was wrong. I wasn't reacting. I was evolving. Weeks turned into months. My business grew. Invitations began arriving, not as Emily's husband, but as the guest of honor, the keynote speaker, the man people wanted to meet. I wasn't standing quietly in the corners of rooms anymore. I was standing in the spotlight. While she was out chasing attention, I was quietly earning respect. Then one night, I attended a business gala alone. People greeted me warmly. Cameras flashed. Journalists asked for interviews. And then Emily walked in, expecting me to be behind her as always. But instead, she saw me surrounded by people who valued me, people who truly listened when I spoke. For the first time, she was the one standing alone. She tried to approach me, her usual confident smile on her lips. But before she could reach me, a brilliant entrepreneur named Clara walked up beside me and said, "Ready? They're waiting for your speech." Emily's smile faltered. I nodded to Clara and walked away, leaving Emily in the very crowd where she once made me feel invisible. After my speech, she found a chance to corner me. "Why are you acting different? You're ignoring me," she said. I looked at her calmly and replied, "No, I just stopped giving attention to someone who never valued it." She blinked, stunned. There was no anger in my tone, no sadness, only truth. From that night on, everything shifted. She started trying, texting more, complimenting me in public, holding my arm at events. The same woman who once dismissed me while flirting with strangers now clung to me, afraid someone else might take her place. But I wasn't bitter. I wasn't seeking revenge. I was just done. Her friends began to notice, whispering behind her back. She used to treat him like a joke. They'd say, "Now she looks terrified to lose him." She felt it too, the shift in power. She wasn't the center of the room anymore. I was. And the hardest part for her? I hadn't done it to get even. I'd simply outgrown her. One night, she broke down. "Please," she whispered. "I know I was wrong. I shouldn't have treated you that way. Just don't leave me behind." I sighed and said, "Emily, I never left you. You left first. Every time you made me feel small in front of others." I just stopped following. She stood there, silent, realizing that attention from strangers isn't love, and love from someone who truly cares doesn't last if you keep breaking it. I walked away, not out of anger, but peace. And in that moment, she finally stood where I once had, surrounded by people, yet completely alone.